Hello, my name is Chris Keyack with Keyack Technology Solutions. In this video today, I'm going to talk about how to bring across labor codes that are defined on the Tekla Structures members in your ESTA model and import those into Tekla PowerFab. So first I'll start in PowerFab and I'll go up to the maintenance menu. I'll then go to estimating, then I'll go down here to labor maintenance, and then I will go to labor codes. Now, when I come in here, you're going to see that these are just the out-of-the-box labor codes that are created, and they are somewhat intelligent or parametric, where it'll read the member size and it will come up with the connection material size, the number of bolts and holes, and even some weld. And so it determines basically kind of some standard connection estimating material for both labor and material on a member that is tagged with this code. Now, if you're using an ESTA model and you're going to be doing the connections in the ESTA model, then you might want to make modified versions of these that don't include the connection material and bolts and things, because you're going to be depending on that coming across in Tekla Structures and being imported into PowerFab because you have the connection material there in Tekla Structures. Now, if you're just doing sticks only and doing a quick like stick only ABM model in Tekla Structures, then you might want to retain your existing labor codes that have all these calculated values, but you just want that to be tagged on the members so the estimator doesn't have to do that manually when they import into PowerFab. So I'm going to just show you a workflow where I'm going to use stick only, but I want to tag this member with a B code that has bolted clips on both ends. So let's go ahead and look in Tekla Structures and see how that works. Okay, so I pop over here into Tekla Structures. I'll click on this existing beam that I have in the model, and you'll see the part properties over here on the right. Now I'm going to go down here to the User Define Attributes button. I'll go ahead and click on that, and that opens up this dialog box. I'm going to uncheck all my checkboxes here at the bottom, and I'm going to go to the Parameters tab. Now, out of the box, this Parameter tab exists, and you're probably going to see more attributes here. I've customized my dialog box a little bit, but out of the box, you'll see this user field 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is like your opportunity to put whatever codes and attributes that you want in Tekla Structures to then import and map over into PowerFab. These will be included in the IFC export out of the box in Tekla Structures. No customization and no setup required. So then I'll come in here and I'll put in my code B, and I'll just go ahead and say modify, and then I'll cancel that. And there we go. Now that piece has been tagged with that. Now all I need to really do is come up here to the Tekla menu and go to export, and then I'll go to IFC. Okay. And when that happens, this dialog box will appear. And what I do is I just come in here and load up the PowerFab. So there's this Tekla PowerFab option. You select that in the dropdown and press load. That will fill in some values here. One of the most important values here is that it's using the steel fabrication view. That's one important thing for importing into the estimating. The other thing that it's doing is it's using this Tekla PowerFab property set up here to export things like user field 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let me just show you this. You don't have to do anything here, but I just want you to see what's happening. If I press edit, that will open up this additional dialog box, and there's all of these different property sets. So these are just what property sets mean is it's groups of custom properties or information being exported from the Tekla model into the IFC file to be imported into PowerFab. So the one that has our labor code in it is actually here, this part user defined attributes. If we scroll down, you can see that there's user field 1, and it's automatically included in this property set group, and that will be included in the IFC file. So I'll just close that down, and I'll just press the, here I got to select the objects because I have selected objects chosen in the dialog box, so I have to window and highlight those, press export, and now it made that IFC file. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually open up the model folder here, and there's that, and then that IFC file got exported here into this Tekla PowerFab folder, and there's the IFC file. Now, you don't need to do this either, but I just want you to see like whether or not the data actually got written into the file. So I'm going to open this up with Notepad, and then here I'll bring the file over. And again, not expecting you to do this, but if I type in user for user field 1 and 2, 3, and 4, there you go. You can see right here in the text file where I'm highlighting it, that property or that value of B got set on user field 1 of this beam. So it's included in the actual IFC file. So everything is looking good so far. Now let's import that into Tekla PowerFab and see how to map that. Okay, so I'm over here inside of PowerFab again. I'll go to File, Import, and here on the left, I'm going to choose IFC underneath the estimating group. Now I'm going to browse to that IFC file. So there's the exact file in this model that I just exported. I'll then press Import. It will do some initial kind of checking here, and then I'm going to tell it which estimating job that I want to import this in. I've created this job already. I'll just say save, and I've already done some previous imports, so I'm going to add and replace. Press OK here, and here's the mapping dialog box, right? So these are all those properties that are in the property sets or property groups in the IFC file that I can select from and then map those to the appropriate incoming field in PowerFab. So I'm going to scroll down until I find user field 1 down here at the bottom, and there is the value of B. It shows you the example data that's found in the file. Now over here at the upper right, I'll just find the labor code. So I'll set that labor code here, and I'll press the set field mapping. When I do that, you'll see that example data being exported of user field 1 will now be mapped to the Tekla PowerFab field here of B, right, in the labor code. And I accidentally clicked the header, so it sorted that, but that's great. You can see it now right on the top there, exactly where B is going to be going to, which is the labor code. So I'll press OK. And then I'm not going to map a Trimble Connect project, so I'll just say no to that. And it says import completed, and I don't see any errors. So everything should have come across. Now let's check that out. Let's go to estimating. There's that estimating project. I'll go ahead and open it up. There's my single beam, and we can see that here underneath the type category column that there is the B, or over here on the right, there is labor code B that has been set. So now, because I'm using these out of the box labor codes, the actual material, the number of holes, everything will be automatically calculated, but that's how you bring the estimating labor codes that you're tagging to your sticks in the Tekla Structures Estimating model, and how you map and import that into PowerFab, so that way that's automatically done and you don't have to manually do that as the estimator.